Well, hi guys, Pathfinders. This is a map. No, it's not a map, it's a flag of the Netherlands. And this afternoon, I'm going to talk to you a little bit Here's a map of Holland. You can see there's Amsterdam. If you fly from the United States, you fly into Amsterdam. Then my dad would come pick me up. We would drive to Haarlem, which is about 20 minutes. And then we would drive about 5 more minutes, and I would live really, really close to the coast. That was lovely. We could basically bike to the coast, and it was only a few minutes to do that. It was great. My grandmother used to live there. Now let me see if I can find this video for you. Here it is.
We are here in the north part of Amsterdam, and it used to be really industrial with heavy traffic. But nowadays it's quite popular for families to settle down because it has more space. So you see a lot of parents with young kids. And this is his primary school. And there's two actually. So heaps of kids coming from everywhere in all shapes and sizes. And most of them are on the bike. Of course, I'm the bicycle mayor. I'm very fond of cycling, but maybe we should check with parents if they have a different opinion about cycling and try to find out their reason for coming by bike. Now, how many did you drop off?
3.
3, yeah?
Yeah, 3.
So, you do that on the bike?
Yes.
Yeah, instead of
The car, instead of walking. Yeah.
So why?
Because I think kids are going to have to bike to school when they're older.
Yeah.
And they have to know how the traffic works. The north side is a little bit quieter than the inner city, but still I bike with them in this inner city so they can really get accustomed to the trams.
You start guiding them once they're 5 and 6 because you really want them to be able to cycle independently to school.
And it's very healthy,
Yeah.
right? Not taking them by car, but letting them on the bike and move a lot. So
Yeah.
I think it's a very good thing that we can actually do that here in Amsterdam.
Well, I love cycling because it's faster and it's outside, and you enjoy the environment. You get a good mood because of it.
Because in Holland, where all kids learn cycling when they're very young, so we try to take them to school cycling themselves as well.
Yeah.
We live maybe 5 or 10 minutes cycling from here, but and once they're on the cycle path, it's okay.
If all these parents would have come by car, that would have been really dangerous, to be honest, because they tend to arrive in 10 minutes prior to starting. The funny thing is that parents say they do it because of safety reasons, but they end up causing, dangerous situations. We know from research that if you guided your kids on a bike during his childhood, that they're likely to continue with active transport once they're an adult.
Wow, did you see that? Did you see all those kids on their bikes? Did you see those little ones on their bike? That's how it is. And that's not just how it is when it is nice weather. That's also how it is when it rains. You go on your bicycle in the rain, in the wind, in the hail, in the thunder. If the weather is nice, you go, that's just what you do. You go, you don't change into a special bike outfit. You just go in your normal clothes and you just climb on your bicycle and there you go. That's also how you arrive at work. So you will see that many people in the Netherlands, they have much simpler hairdos because you just come on your bike. There's nothing you can do. That's how you end up at work. Anyway, that's a little bit about Holland. I would like to tell you a little bit about our queen and king. We have a king, and this is the first time in a long time that we have a king. We used to have a queen, but now we have a king. His name is Willem-Alexander, and he has a wife from Argentina, and her name is Maxima. The Dutch are very proud of their queen and their king, or their king and their queen. Very normal people. The kids go to school. Maxima, who is the queen, she is a homeroom mom, so she goes to school also. Of course, there's security people that are out there that watch the kids, that watch the queen, all that comes with it. But in general, they're very down to earth. We really like them. Our royalty is very special. You don't hear about them very often, as much as you hear about the British. You don't hear much about the Dutch. You also don't hear much about the Queen and the King from Norway and Sweden and Belgium. None of that is out there as much as the British are. But I'm going to show you a picture of our queen and king and their family. Hang on. Here they are. So this is King Willem Alexander and the Queen Maxima. They don't look very kingly and queenly, do they? Here they are on a ship. Pretty cool, huh? And then I have a picture of their whole family, if I can find it, right here. They have 3 girls. So then the oldest girl, which is her, Amelia, when she gets older, then she will take over from the king and she will become our new queen. And then we have queen again. Now sometimes they are dressed much more official. Let me see, like here. Of course, you also wear crazy hats. This is a pretty important dinner, I think, somewhere. Anyway, yeah, don't mess with our king and queen. We like them. Steve likes to make fun of me, but I think they're very important and special to us. Now this is my little Dutch shelf. So I have a windmill. I have a couple of Dutch houses in Delft blue. This is a candle holder, goes right in there. And here are my parents with their friends in, that's how the people used to walk around in Holland. They don't do it anymore. Just if you go to the tourist place, but it's fun. You can do it that way. And here is a picture of my mom and dad. Like that. Yeah, that was special. Anyway, here's a gal picking tulips. It's tulip time in Holland, and right now in April, especially the end of April, the tulips are just everywhere and they are totally beautiful. And I am just really sad that because of this coronavirus, I cannot go to Holland. I was scheduled to leave on the 14th of April and I'm not going. It makes me sad. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take you to the kitchen and we are going to bake some poffertjes. Okay, so Steve is videotaping while I am going to make up the batter. You start with this little package that you can actually get online. That's where I got it. And the good news is the directions are in English, which is really helpful if you don't read Dutch. So what we do is we open up the package. It's really super simple. And we put that in the bowl that I have ready right here. Here goes the mix. Put it all in. I keep this so I can read the directions. It asks for 3 1/3 cup of milk. Lots of milk. Here we go. We need to, well, we need to stir that in. Real good. Guess I need to clean up my mess. Yikes. Here we go. And then it is asking for 3 eggs. Now I like to do the egg one at a time because if there's a bad one in there, then your whole batter is ruined. So I take the bowl that I just used, crack 1 egg, screw 1, put it in, take the other one, good as well, put it in. It's really simple. And there's the 3rd egg. Now you have to mix it again. And they say you can use an electric mixer, but you really don't need to. The batter is nice and smooth. And then let me read. It is asking for 3 tablespoons of oil. Here goes 1, 2, and the third one. Perfect. We mix that up. And then Steve, maybe you can come around and you can show them the thing that we're going to use. So here is what we're going to use. This is called the Dutch pancake griddle. We like to call it, I'll turn it around so you can read it in Dutch. We call it the poffertjes. And in the summer, it's really fun because you can go to any square in the Netherlands, in a city, and you see a booth and it has a huge griddle, probably the size of this island. And they are making those little pancakes, and you can just come up, buy a plate full of those hot little pancakes with a little bit of butter and powdered sugar, and it is very yummy. Batter is ready. I'm going to heat up the poffertjesplaat, and then we will continue. You can see how I bake them. Okay, so we made the batter. I'm going to whisk it one more time, making sure it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to pour it in this little bottle. Let me see, can you see it? It's a little squirt bottle. And it will squirt the batter perfectly in the holes. The pan has been on the gas for a bit, so it's warming up. Now we use some butter. Put it in the holes till it starts sizzling. Here it comes. There we go. It's probably just about warm enough. You don't want it too hot because then your butter burns and that doesn't taste good. I get my special fork here. Okay, we're now going to fill those little holes with batter. Just about to the top, not quite. You don't want it to flow over like there. That's not good. Not so good with my left hand. Okay, now all we have to do is wait for them to dry up a little bit, and then with the fork, we're just going to flip them. So they're doing their job. Over here. You can see that this is warm, so I'm going to take this away. So we don't need that. Oops, I don't want that to do that. There we go. Once they start getting a little bit dry at the edges, that's when we can flip them. They still look a little bit wet to me. Almost. The batter is a little bit thin. Boy, it's the first batch, so it's taking a little bit longer. Let's see. There we go. A little bit too pale. I like it when they're a little bit darker, but you don't want them to burn. Almost. Perfect. So you flip them so they can be brown on the other side. Oh, they look good. Oh, ow, cannot get that one. Nice. Fry this one along a little bit. There we go. They say you can do this with a toothpick, but I have no idea how. The fork works. Now this one is stubborn. There it goes. Okay, got my plate. Where did I put it? Don't want to burn them on the other side. This gets a little bit dark. There we go. Perfect. Nice. Tiny little pancakes. They're a little bit lighter than a pancake. A little bit airier, I think. That one we're going to leave. I'll have to scrape that one out. Not quite enough butter. There it is. Okay, what we do, we put a little bit of butter on there, right in the middle of the stack. Take the powdered sugar, a little bit of powdered sugar on there, and they're going to be hot. Try and see what it's like. Oh, it's good. Very yummy. Sorry guys that you guys cannot taste it right now, but I have another package in my pantry, so when we can meet together again, we're going to do it. Talk to you later. Bye bye.